Hello everybody, this is Master BC from Let's Talk Franchise. I know it's been a while since we haven't done any videos, but I'm setting up a new room / studio, so it's gonna be a while. Though, yeah, I need to paint. This wall has been scratched up pretty bad. This is just me recording out of nowhere. Yeah. Anyways. So, yeah, there's a bunch of cans right there. Like I said, new room. Same house, new room. But yeah. So, I've been learning how to play this card game called Kaijudo. It's actually a really fun game. Mad Lion's teaching me. And he's also teaching Jeremy Duels. I'm going to teach Red Rose Power Up how to play it. We don't know where to get the cards. We just have basic decks. This is just all Mad Lion's extra. He had 3 decks, and I used one. He gave one to me and gave one to my Jeremy Duels, so we all can. I don't know what it's called. I know Card Fight Vanguard is when you want to challenge somebody, you card fight them. Yu-Gi-Oh! It's a duel. Dragon Ball Z, it's a fight or a battle. Well, Dragon Ball Super. Not Dragon Ball Z, what the hell am I talking about? Well, what the heck am I talking about? Sorry for that. Trying to make this as family friendly as possible. Ow, just jabbed myself in the eye. Why don't I? It is, well, hold on, it's 3:29 in the morning. I've been staying up late. Yeah. I've been doing a lot of work. Gotta wait for my older brother to get the rest of his stuff out of soon to be my full room. Right now it's only half of my room because I've got only not even half of my stuff in here. I've got very little bit of my stuff. And that's only because I gotta wait for him to get the rest of his stuff. He moved out and all that. So I've been watching a lot of paranormal stuff, ghost adventures. I'm even watching right now Dead Files. I wish I could find how to watch Paranormal State. If you know me and you've seen this channel before, we've done some creepy stuff, like we've done paranormal videos, and I think it's time to do some more. Ever since Mad Lion moved in with us in this house, things have been going more crazy than normal. Mine and his alarms would completely be shut off, and at one point I did record the whole room. My phone lit up, but nobody was in the room. Nobody even knows his password to his phone, and all of his alarms were gone, really completely shut off. So I mean, I've had some creepy stuff happen in this room. Kind of why I wanted it. Plus, I needed my own room. A better room, one that's not extremely hot and small where I can't record videos. I need something bigger. So, we got this room for recording. It's actually kind of soundproof. So, that's good. I won't have anybody walking in while recording. And we'll have to like redo the video or retake it. It's just crazy. I don't even have a real stand anymore like I used to. So I gotta go buy some more stuff. And I did have a job at South Walmart here. I got fired. I got fired because my grandma passed away and I wanted to see her one last time before she was completely cremated. But I guess that's not an excuse to call off. So, after I get this room completely settled and Mad Lion has a day off, well, the next day off from work, and there's nothing going on the next day, we will stay up pretty late, around 3 a.m. to record in here at night. I've even got a new bulb. It's a color changing bulb. Right now it's off, but now it's on. You can actually see it through my lenses a little bit. Change. It's purple. Oh yeah, it was blue, now it's green. Now it's red. Let's see. A purple with a reddish tint to it. It's even got normal white. It's got strobe. Oh wait, that's not strobe. That's fade. I like fade, it's more calming. Here's strobe. That's not even fast enough to do anything to me. Like, I'm used to strobe as in a really, really fast light. Like it goes boop, 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 boop. But no, it don't do that. But this has a weird frequency. Like, I walked in here earlier. I turned off the main light. Well, I unscrewed the main light. I walked in here earlier, and it flashed when the remote was nowhere in my reach. It was flashing white, like, it was basically doing strobe, but very slowly. Like, the strobe on this is really slow, but when that did that, it went ba-boom. Because I'm trying... Ooh, no, that's not good. Okay, that's not good. The remote for this is kind of falling apart. That's a no good. I should probably fix that. Get that fixed. I'm just gonna try to pop it back into place for right now. Until I can find a way to fix that. I think the battery's almost dead on the remote. I'll just turn that off for now. But yeah, so I've been doing a lot lately with redecorating. I've got my dartboard up, got my coin, my Lunala coin on the wall. I've got TV in here. It's not my TV, it's my mother's. And Got my consoles. Well, only 2 of them in here. I got cable now because of Mad Lion. We have cable here because of him, and it is really grateful and really awesome. And if you're wondering why I'm rubbing my nose, it's my glasses. I like to rub my nose a way that it starts to feel like a rug burn. I really need to get new nose pieces. I think they're called nose guards. Anyways, back to my paranormal story. Last night, I put my phone in a place where you cannot reach it unless you are laying exactly as I am on the bed, exactly the same spot, because I hid it beside this bed and the dresser. With this chair in the way that has my fan on it, that's right next to me, there is absolutely zero possibility of you getting over here and reaching that phone, this phone. Anyways, I did get a new phone, the LG Tribute Royal. It's an amazing phone. It is only at Boost Mobile and Sprint. If you go through either one, I suggest this phone. It's amazing. I mean, yeah, it only has 16 gigabytes of memory. Can't save anything on the SD card other than photos, videos. It's actually how I'm recording this right now. And music, all that kind of stuff. It can't save games onto it. Nothing like that. That's the main phone. So, I've been having more problems with paranormal stuff than usual. I mean, before Mad Lion moved in, we did have quite a bit of paranormal activity. First week, well, the first day I moved here, I moved in before my mom did, because there was still packing and stuff going on. It was just me, my oldest brother, and my ex-sister-in-law, and I would go out on the front porch. I would feel cold, though I felt colder than it should have been. I even looked up the temperature and everything. It was really cold. So, I'd go upstairs where there was like nothing in there. I'd feel like I was freezing. Though the upstairs, even if there's no heat on in the wintertime, it doesn't feel that cold. Then a few months later, when my mom actually moved in, is when the weirder stuff started happening. We would hear sounds that none of us would even make. We saw a TV that my mom did have start going weird. It would turn itself on and turn the volume up and down by itself, and none of us had the remote in our hands. And you also heard, because there is a closet right as you go up the stairs, you can look straight to the left and see a closet door. That is the attic, actually. You could see it shake, and you could hear things coming out of there. Like, here's things inside of that attic. So I would go over to the attic door. I would knock on it. The TV would stop doing what it was doing. Well, stop going up and down by itself and immediately shut off. This would happen even if the TV wasn't plugged in. That's the even crazier part. We unplugged it one day and left the room. My mom was still upstairs. The plug was literally out in the open, so you could see it. It wasn't plugged in. And then the TV turned on by itself and started turning the volume up and down. Mom hollers for us to come up. I go up and I still see that it is unplugged. And I'm watching it on, turning up and down, up and down. I'd go up to the attic door and knock, and the TV would just turn off. I'd plug it in, turn it on, and everything was fine. And then a few weeks later after that, it happened again when we took the TV downstairs to the living room. And it just wouldn't work right. The TV would turn on, no problem. Volume buttons didn't work anymore. Like, you couldn't use the volume buttons at all on the TV. Also, we're planning on Nerf Wars. Stay tuned for that. We didn't know what was going on. The remote worked for the TV's volume, but the actual TV you couldn't turn up or down. Upstairs, the buttons have been broken off. Like, one of them even melted a little bit. But I looked inside the TV and there was no wires burnt at all. No shortages, no nothing. Then I stuck some twigs and I found into the volume buttons, both of them, and it would stop going up and down by itself. And I thought it was a shortage in it. But as I already said, I looked inside of it. There was absolutely no way it could have been shortaged when all the wires looked brand new, because this TV was not that old. My mom had only had it for like 3 months before we even moved out of that house, our old house. And it's like, how did it do that? So, after I put the twigs there, holding both the volume buttons down, nothing happened after that for a little bit. Then, around, I'd say a few days later, went into the basement, and this was summertime. It was hotter than any normal day here, and went down there, and it was freezing cold. My mom even had the dryer and washer going at the same time, which would made that room hotter. Though, before we moved here, we realized there was a pentagram carved into the basement floor. And of course, I straight went to, oh my god, there is something wrong with this house. There is a pentagram on the floor, completely carved into it. Perfect as all be out. This was even a perfect circle. It takes time to do that stuff. How would they have done this? Why did they do this? It was a perfect circle and a perfect star. And how I knew it was a pentagram was the fact there was wax on the floor. On all 4 points, well, all 5 points of the star. And which we did clean up. I think that was a stupid mistake. You don't mess with a pentagram that's been used. That is rule number 1 of pentagrams. Actually, rule number 1 is never make a pentagram. Rule number 2 is, if there is one, don't mess with it. But of course, we don't listen. And of course, when Mad Lion moved in, he brought swords. One which looks like it has a demon head on it. Yeah. Not our best ideas. At all. So, back to the pentagram. We knew it was there before we actually moved in, because before we moved in, we got a tour of the place. It was nice. The only thing was we had to clean it ourselves, which we did. I'm still very wobbly with holding my phone like this. I've never held this phone like this, and this fly needs to leave me alone. Yeah, there's a weird thing, like, we've never had a fly problem. Ever. But after our beloved cat, Pesta Cat, passed away, flies have been in this house, well, mainly in this room. I don't know why. The weirdest thing is, he didn't pass away in this room. He's never really been in this room. So why would they be in here? And then, when my Nana passed away, we got her refrigerator. It is also in this room. It is mainly for me to use, or whenever we need food and have no space in our freezer or our fridge or our deep freeze. We've got this one as a backup. I need to paint. My brother nor ex-sister-in-law knew how to take care of this room. There's scratch marks all over the walls. These walls look as if, I don't know, a child lived in here. And I'm talking about recently, not in the past. I don't know if a child lived in here in the past. I really don't. All I know is this house was built in 1946. So a lot of stuff could have happened. Recently, we found out in our neighbor's house, there is a demon living in there. One day, our neighbor went outside and turned around and saw something in the windows or doorway. I can't remember which. He took a picture of it. He showed us a couple days ago. He asked me to charge his phone. because he wasn't really home that day. So he also couldn't find his charger. So I brought his phone over here so he could be charged. And, well, we saw the picture. If I had the picture, I would put it in the video. But it looked real. It had horns. It looked mad. And that stuff you don't see every day. I don't even see that really here. I mean, I hear giggling sometimes. I've heard stomping when I'm just the only one here. I hear all this random stuff. The worst part is we used the Ouija board in this house. Even worse, Mad Lion decided to use a Ouija board without a planchette. He used a pendant that had the demon Baphomet's face on it. I think that's his name. I don't know. But it had a demon face on it. So he decided to use it. We played the card game ritual, picture game ritual, which the picture game ritual is pretty easy. Though it's best to play with like only 2 people. We played double that. We played with 4. The card game ritual is best played with 2 people. And the Ouija board is best with more than 2. The more people, the more energy. The more energy, the better you can find spirits, but I would suggest not using a Ouija board. Those are not toys. Those are real. They do work. And if you're using a Ouija board, do not try to burn it afterwards. That will just make anything mad that you even talk to. Sometimes it'll just make anything mad that you try to talk to. Actually, that's most of the time. Anyways, yeah, don't do that kind of stuff. But this place, I could definitely say, has haunted phenomenon. Ugh. I am so tongue-tied tonight. It's already what? 55 after? 55 after 3. And I'm tongue-tied. I was gonna go to sleep, but I decided to record a video. I'm gonna be tired tomorrow. Well, technically later today. I gotta do things, go places. Yep. But, yeah, to be honest, Mad Lion has a cross necklace with some of his mother's ashes in it. Anytime he tried to point it to our neighbor's house, it would just turn where it's not facing it at all. And how I know he wasn't spinning it, he even put it on a stick. He stuck a stick in the ground, well, his sword, one of them, and stuck it on his sword perfectly straight. And as soon as he stopped fiddling with it, it spun. And it was touching the blade. The back of it was touching the blade, and it still spun away. That's why I decided we are going to start doing some paranormal videos again of my house. This house that we are living in will be on the next Paranormal Encounters video on Let's Talk Franchise. So, this is just a little paranormal story about this house that we've had so far. We don't fully know the origins of this house. And literally all I know is that it was built in 1946. It's also had an add-on since then. The porch wasn't here when it was first built. That was added on to the house after it was built, like a few years after. And yeah. When we first started cleaning this house, this was actually a room we'd come into because we already had lights and everything up. And we'd just come in here and throw foam blocks that we found over here around. We'd each sit in a corner of the room, and since there was technically 5 corners, because there's a section of the room that's not a corner, but it's a slant with 2 corners on it, making this room more shaped like, I'd say, a SIM card for a phone. That's kind of what it's like. But when... No, my phone's at 15%. Ooh, I should probably put it on charge. I can't put it on charge. Yeah. Okay. I really need to charge my portable charger. I got a portable charger. Also got a new wallet. Also, we might do the card game ritual. These are real poker playing cards. Even on the side, cards have been trimmed corners to ensure against future casino play. So, these are real cards that were used in a casino. Cards played at this casino's tables. It was called the Las Vegas Style. And Diamond Mountain Distributors was the company who distributed these. Cool. Authentic casino playing cards is what they are called. Authentic casino playing cards. And my mom got $1, wait, 89 cents. She got these for 89 cents because one day I went and was trying to buy some playing cards. Didn't have the money. Did not have the money. But yeah, this is how you tell they're cut, because all 4, well, 2 of the edges are trimmed off, so you can't use them anymore in casinos. Yeah. But because of them being trimmed, they're not worth anything anymore. But yeah, like, I've had so many experiences in this house, and I don't know how long we've been here. My hair is now blonde and brown. I need to re-dye it, but this time I have to re-dye it green. I don't want to do that, but I gotta. Facebook challenges. How dare I do that? For a whole year. Jeez. Why did I do this to myself? I didn't want to have my hair dyed for a whole year. Ugh. But I got to. I promised I would. No, I wish I really didn't. But yeah. I know I'm blabbing on and on and on. But here's the weird thing. So, we know so far that we've heard a little boy's voice and a little girl's voice. But we've also heard ominous growling. I know our old house was haunted because of the fact I was trying to sleep one night. This was really far back when I was little. Around like the second or third year we moved there. And we had a bed, a couch bed, where it's a couch that has a foldable bed. I slept on the foldable bed and woke up. I was not able to move a single muscle. And I saw something coming towards me. And it seemed like it wanted to hurt me. Then I saw a train coming off the tracks towards the house. And ever since then, for about 4 years after that, 4 or 5 after that, I kept having, once every month, I'd have a nightmare where a train would come off the tracks and destroy the house and kill me. But I know that entity was real. Because after that, we were trying to fix our heating. So, we had a hole dug. There was a place in our house, in the kitchen itself, that had a board that you could pull up, and there was nothing but dirt. So we kept digging a hole all the way to the chimney area. Every time I stepped, my body will put my body in that hole, I would feel as if I'm being watched. Not just once, but like a million times over. And not by my family. Because I knew they were watching me, but I felt like there was more than that many people watching me. I felt scared and disturbed at the same time. I felt as if I couldn't bear the emotions. When I first moved here, I felt that same fear. That's why I was supposed to have my bedroom in the basement. But I felt that exact same fear as I did in that room. Well, in that hole in our house. And I was even thinking of making a real basement over there. Because we technically owned that house. But my mother wanted to move to a place where we had more rooms. She wanted a living room back because my ex-sister-in-law and oldest brother lived in the living room. And she wanted a living room back. That didn't happen. When we moved here, it was me and my second oldest brother living in there. What is this? That's not... What? Oh man. My show's gone. Let's hit recordings. Oh, no, not Mysteries of the Deep. That one. Play. Yeah, I just love watching Ghost Adventures. It's my favorite show. Well, one of my favorite ghost shows. I've got Ghost Adventures, Paranormal State, Dead Files. There's more. What are the others? I don't really count Paranormal Activity as a real ghost thing because that's movies. Those are movies, and I don't know if they were faked or not, but I know this all stuff is real because okay, there was one of the places that they've been to that I actually visited before in my life. It was here in Indianapolis, and I've been there. Red Rose Power Up usually goes to New York and stays in a haunted hotel, and her father or her dad and her sister goes up to the haunted floor, and her sister would bring her electromagnetic voice phenomenon, which is an EVP, up there with to capture voices. Though I don't have that, I wish I did. Might see if she might let me borrow it, because we need to see if this house is majorly haunted. I feel as if it is. I don't know how bad this place is haunted, but I want to know. I seriously want to know. Yeah, he goes to work today. That was my sister. She was wondering where Mad Lion went. He goes to work really early in the mornings. It's 4:11, so yeah, he's already off to work. Anyways, hope you have all enjoyed this video. Leave a like if you did. Subscribe to become a franchiser today. And I'll see you in the next videos. Most likely it's a paranormal video or Nerf War. Whichever one works. I'll be doing a video with Red Rose Power Up here shortly. So stay tuned to that. Anyways, this is Master BC from Let's Start Franchise, signing off.